Looks like I can take a mission. Very nice. 15 years of settler chance. Let's do it. Another idea I can take. One fully colonized province in the Guinea region. We did that. We can get an explorer with 60 tradition. That's very good. If you don't understand what that means, you have army tradition and navy tradition. Those go from 1 to 100. If you have higher navy tradition and higher army tradition, you will get better leaders. So we only have 16 navy tradition. And somewhere in here, oh, if I go down here, it's going to tell me, based on your naval tradition, you will get 2 to 8 pips. So I will get a 60 naval tradition explorer if I take the decision, which is much better than I would get otherwise. And that's great, my explorer died, so what the heck, let's do it. I also get some power, so that's good. Monarch power is always nice. And then this opens up a pretty deep mission tree for for Portugal. Okay, this might be in the Congo region, so I might get that one next. Actually, I probably will get that one next. Colonial Brazil, I'm not going to focus on that, but maybe we'll get a colony just to get the mission. And then if I have a bunch of light ships and I fill my naval force limit, okay, that's going to be difficult for me to do, but maybe something I can work on. Ooh, okay, I don't know about that. Anyway, it's neither really here nor there. So I have 10 ducats, I'm going to get one more, well, maybe... Yeah, I'm going to get one more, that way I'll have the same number of troops as my rebellion. I'm making more money since I did that development, so... Should be able to handle that. Deleted a fort. Look at this. I'm reinforcing and paying for my troops and colonizing, and I'm still in the green. That general's not great, but that's fine. Someone's claiming on me. Oh, Aragon. I don't want to mess with Aragon in the slightest, but hopefully my allies will scare them off. Okay, I'm at max morale, there's no point in waiting, I'm just going to go take this battle, and then I can shut off my fort and stop paying for my troops. There we go. Get it! Nice. So, mountains, favorable battle for me, no problem. Turn down my troops, turn off the fort. Very nice. So now I'm waiting for my 400 administrative power so I can get that other colony. I should probably send my troops down there to prepare things. To prepare the land for our peaceful settlers. Can also think about fighting Congo. I don't know what their diplomatic situation is. They have 2 allies. Don't know much about those allies, but I think Luba's okay. I mean, everyone down in that region's weak. I could probably take that fight. But honestly, I just don't really want the wrong religion land. If I leave it alone, they might convert some of the stuff Catholic. I could even ally Congo, actually. Then I could keep them safe. They're already pretty strong, but, like, if you convert to a religion and none of your land is that religion, it's really bad. Like, it gives you a bunch of unrest. It reduces how much money your land makes you, so... Congo's going to have a really hard time surviving. So I think maybe there's a lost cause there, but at the same time, them struggling maybe could be used as an argument for me making the alliance. Just going to leave it alone. I think I want the strongest allies I can get, the most strategic allies I can get. Get my new colonist, that's very nice. Honestly, the next ally I would really love is Austria. So why not? Let's improve relations with Austria. I can get another claim on Mali. And then I'll probably... which one do I want? Center of trade? Yes. Oops. So I'm going to claim this province. Get my diplomat back. Want a free diplomat. And hopefully I can get an alliance with Austria. Austria is the Holy Roman Emperor. So that gives them a bunch of bonuses and also makes everyone else want to be their ally. So you can see they have 5 allies. So most of the time your alliances are going to help you, like no matter what. It's just someone who will come to war in your defense if you get attacked. But sometimes your allies can kind of be a liability. Like suppose I allied someone who was in the path of France, then I would be putting myself in a position where I was going to end up fighting France. I kind of am in that situation right now because I'm allied with England, but for whatever reason, England and France are playing nice right now. Yeah, I really don't understand this. I mean, they must have good alliance chains, so neither one wants to fight the other. So what's going on? Who are you even allied with, England? You're allied with Castile. So yeah, France is too afraid. France can't fight England, Castile, and me. England is probably a little too afraid. They still they hate each other real bad. But what are France's allies? Poland, Brittany, Provence. I mean, these are meh. But Poland's strong, so yeah, they're just sort of in an impasse where neither one can fight the other. They will eventually. And then look at this, I think, yeah, Scotland is guaranteed by France, so England isn't even messing with Scotland right now. So that's good. I'm really glad England is allied with my ally Castile. That kind of forms like a block, like a chain of alliances, which will help all of us out. Castile will hopefully get stronger. There's an event which just gives them Aragon, like they get a free personal union over Aragon. Very cool. It's the Iberian wedding event, so it's kind of based on a historical event. Alright, what's going on? I still have my colonist. I really need to use that guy. I'm going to pay for my troops. 41 ducats isn't bad. Where can I send them? I could send... Too far. Oh my goodness. 539. That's so far. Why so far? Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to go for this province. That's okay, though. It's the 10 development center of trade, so that's actually pretty good. Oh, I know why I can't go here. It's because this colony's not finished yet, so they're measuring the colonial range all the way from this colony. Yeah, so when this one's finished, I will be able to get down here to the Cape, almost for sure. Look at that, 15 dev, grasslands, no aggressive natives. Like, this is the colonial dream. So this is where I really want to be. It's also not tropical, it's not arid. This is tropical, which gives me a pretty juicy malice. Ooh, okay, my colonist is on the way, which means I need to fight the natives. Get them. Nice, stack wipe. Okay, cool. And look at that, there's nobody here. 0 natives, so that means our colony is going to be the correct religion and culture when they arrive. And because this colony is going to take a while still, I'm going to send my troops back to Europe. Yeah, they'll be needed. I need them for that rebellion before too long. But things are looking good for Spain right now. Or for... man, I keep saying Spain. What is wrong with me? I mean, it's one thing to be mixing up Castile and Spain, because they're the same color, and Castile becomes Spain in the game. But for me to be calling myself Spain is pretty ditzy, so whatever. If you're listening to this, I appreciate your understanding. Yeah, Morocco's weak. I should go to war with Morocco. Their only ally is Fezzan, which they look pretty big, but their development is pitiful. Like, all these provinces are like 3 dev. Yeah, literally. So, yep, that's an 18 development country. My capital has 32 development all by itself, so sometimes looks can be deceiving when it comes to territories. Also, provinces, like, can be way bigger than one another. So this province is freaking huge compared to, like, I don't know, Alexandria. Anyway. So Fezzan ain't shit, which means I could definitely go ahead and bully the Moroccans here. Actually, this is kind of perfect. I'm nearing the end of my recording session, I think. Been going at it for almost 3 hours, so this is kind of perfect. So I can consolidate my troops, turn on my fort. I mean, I have to kind of do these things to deal with the rebellion anyway. Can take some Moroccan accepted land, core it for relatively cheap. Yeah, this is sounding good to me right now. Alright, so something I haven't used, but again, this is kind of like part of playing well and try to like play to the best of my ability towards the end of this series, is the ledger. So this is a huge, overwhelming amount of information that the game gives you on all the other countries on Earth. So most of the time you're really going to only look at the military and navy tab, or I don't know you, but these are, in my opinion, the most essential ones. The army is going to tell you the army size, the force limit, and the manpower of another country that you're interested in fighting. So I'm going to look at Morocco. You can see they have a total of 11,000 troops, force limit 16, manpower 12. So they have lots of manpower, not a super big army. I think I have 17,000 right now, so I can deal with that. I'm bigger than their force limit, so even if they bulk up to fight me, I can still beat them. Let's look at Fez. Or Fezan. They have 7,000, force limit of 7. 12,000 manpower. So, yes, that shouldn't be too big of a problem. I also have my vassal down here. They have 4K. Probably that'll just be annoying. Those 4K will just go occupy provinces. Possibly, like if someone wants to go siege Seuss, I don't really care. I would much rather them siege my disloyal vassal than me. Or are they disloyal? No, look, their liberty desire is under 50%. I want that down below 20, because then I can do the divert trade. It increases their liberty desire by 30%, but it will mean their trade power becomes my trade power. I want more trade power in this node so I can get more in Sevilla. So that would be well worth it if I could pull that off. Anyway, pretty much just dithering. Let's look at the fort map mode, see what we have to deal with. They have 2 forts. That one is mothballed. Okay, this is huge. Oh my goodness, yeah, this could be really good. That's not super far. I think I could walk there in a month. So if I declare war, oh man, they could turn it on like literally this month, because now I'm standing a big army right here. Okay. This guy has 2 maneuver. Maneuver makes your armies walk faster. I am going to try and get this fort before they put any garrison in it. So I'm going to wait. If I declare my war now, they'll definitely turn on the fort, and it will definitely get 120 troops at the turn of the month. But if I wait... Oh, good stuff. Still 0. Can declare this war now. Actually, can I fabricate any more claims? Oh my goodness. No, I cannot. Okay. Declare war. My allies don't want to get involved. Castile is... Oh, that sucks, actually. That'll make them not want to join any war. It's a lot of debt. It'll take them a long time to pay that off. This is just too far for England. Just too far for Pope. I want the war goal to be Meknes, because then I can, that's like right next to my lands. It's not fortified, I can take that easily. Fezan is going to get involved. Does Fezan have any allies of their own? They have, oh yikes, they're allied with the Ottomans, okay. I was thinking about making them a co-belligerent. That allows them to call in their rival, or their allies, but also means I can take more stuff. I was suspecting they didn't have any other allies, but that's definitely not the case, so I'm not going to do that. Meknes. Got my troops in position. 1st of December. Can I take a tech? Cannot take a tech. Getting behind though, so I should think about that. Anything else I should be doing? I don't think so. Let's do this. I'm just making sure the stage is set. Okay, they turn the fort on. It's still at 0 though, and they don't get troops in there until the 31st, or sorry, I guess the 1st of January. So I have, oh, perfect. Do you see this? So I'm gonna arrive there the 27th of December. the fort will still be empty, and I'm just gonna insta-siege it. Ooh, don't want to battle though. I think they're out of there. Yep, okay, good, perfect. Perfect, garrison 0, we're gonna take this fort instantly. First siege tick, it's gonna fall. That's funny. So this is perfect. Your vassal is just like bait. Like, I don't have to care about them. And look at that. That should have been like a 2-year siege, and I got it in 38 days. So now I'm going to send my troops. Well, let me wait. They'll... Not sure. Okay, Morocco wins the fight. They have low morale. Their troops are depleted. They're sieging a fort in the highlands, so I would get a favorable terrain. Oh, man, this is going to be a great battle. Great battle. Boom. Boom. Stack wipe. And now Morocco has 0 troops. Very nice. Okay. We have their only real fort. The only fort they have left is their capital fort. I'm going to split this up, send those 7k towards Fizan. Split up all my other troops. And do the carpet siege thing. I showed this, I'm using the hotkeys S and V. And this is great, my crappy vassal is still strong enough to help me out. Oh no, I'm a fool, they have this fort too. Oh well, they were probably paying for that one, I didn't check, but still. Still nice to get the free fort, that was kind of silly though. So I don't have their only fort, but anyway. Let's go get that. Use this detach siege. This is a handy little tool that you can use. You can hit the D key. It'll drop off exactly the number of troops needed to do a siege, so it'll drop off 1,000. If your regiments are depleted like this, you need 2. This is great. My vassal is getting swole, adding, I think he has like 4,000 troops now. Yeah, that'll be fine. So Morocco's trying to build back up. I just wrecked their armies. Oh, I need to get my boats out here. What the hell am I doing? With heavies! Heavies! Okay, might as well. It'll help the siege go faster also. So yeah, it's good for me to be killing these little Moroccan armies while they pop up. Because they show up with low morale, and then a 2-to-1 like that, like 1,000 units against 2,000, you can just crush them. Very nice, and my ally is going to do the siege for me. So whereas Castile, I was concerned about them getting sieges instead of me, because then they occupy the land and I can't ask for it in the peace deal. That doesn't happen with your vassals. Your vassals will most likely give the land to you, like they'll siege it down, and then a day later it'll become like yours. But if that doesn't happen, you can also use a button on the province screen to transfer the occupation. So that's something that I'll show you. This is a feature added in the Art of War DLC, and I think it's a pretty essential feature if you want to do vassal feeding. I'm going to show you a bit of vassal feeding in this campaign. Actually, in this war right now with Sus, I'm going to feed them some land that I don't want. Anything that's Berber, I think I'm going to dump to them. Especially if it's in some random states. Oh my goodness, this is the canon ear rape version of this song. Oh well, it's epic. We got cannons going, we're sieging, this is fine. Very nice war. I'm gonna leave 1,000 troops here. Sus is on it, but if they get distracted, I'll leave 1,000 troops there so we don't lose the siege progress. It's usually a good idea. Your war allies can just do really dumb things. I mean, they do dumb things when you're fighting against them, so it buffs out. Okay, this looks like a good one. 77 months, that is a very long time. Yeah, I don't know if that's worth it. It only, I need more missionary strength, like pretty urgently, if I want to be doing this. But I don't have a missionary strength advisor. Unless I get one through the estates, but then he'll be level 2. Can't really afford that, so I think I'm just gonna chill on this. I'm not gonna take too much territory for Morocco for myself, but I will try to dump all the Berber land onto Sousse, and then maybe I'll take this gold mine. Well, I don't know, I accept Moroccans, maybe I should. I don't know what I should do here. I guess I'll fight the war, and then worry about the peace when it's peacetime. Oh, we can't get access. That could be good. Do I want to deal with Vizan? I don't. I want to blockade them. That's what I want to do. Okay, hot tip, you can hold control and drag just like only your navies instead of your armies. If you just do a regular click drag select, it'll give you your armies. Okay, I have that awesome leader. Should assign that. Oh, look at this guy. 6 fire. That is so juicy. Alright, so let's go siege Vizan. Got Garb, so the boats pop up and we get to just destroy them. Look at that, we even get a heavy ship dead out of it. Very nice. It's kind of crazy to me actually that weak Morocco was paying for a heavy ship this time, but my rebellion's popped up. That's unfortunate. Very nice. Just getting our ears blasted by cannons just as my cannons blast down the walls of Tangiers. Guess I'll get military access. This is another thing you can do through the diplomatic screen. I'm not sure I explicitly stated this, but you can ask for military access from countries. If they like you, they will give you the access. If they don't like you, they will not give you the access. If your war enemies if anyone in the war has access through a country, everyone else in the war will get it. But it looks like Tunis is not giving military access to anyone, so I can't actually go there. My only option is to land troops, which maybe I'll do, I don't know. They're Tech 5s, they're below me. I'm gonna see if I can get Sousse to help fight these rebels. Your war allies are more likely to help you fight rebels, like during a war, than they would be at other times. So I put my general in here, asked to attach. Good stuff. And then I am gonna set up a clever little move where I'm gonna send this army in. Actually, I don't want it to have the leader. He has maneuver, so he will arrive earlier. I want all these guys to arrive on the same day. Alright, I want these guys to go in there. What day do they arrive? They both arrive on the 20th of May. I want these guys to go in there. I'm gonna wait and send them on the 21st, so I think that's 4 days. Oh, damn it, events. Okay, I just messed up a little bit. Let's see. 50 ducats to make Lisboa more defensive. Yeah, what the hell. It's until the end of the game. Like an end of the game bonus. I'm not even necessarily going to notice that, but you never know. And 50 ducats is just nothing compared to like the full length of the game. So now what? When are they going to get there? 23. Whatever, that's fine. The point of this is I want my I want to be sending my vassal troops into this battle so that they die instead of my own troops. Kind of a cheeky trick, generally speaking, a good idea. If someone else can take the hits instead of you, do it. So anyway, I would have liked them to have arrived on the 21st, but the event messed up my timing. That's no big deal. So now you can see here, my 1 green regiment is there. The Sousse troops are taking the front and center, getting hammered right now. But actually they're kind of winning. More morale, I guess. And then when my other troops arrive, we're going to fill in, and then now we're going to do the hammering. But I'm going to take almost no losses because basically you can see very few of my units are getting hit at all. Good stuff. We still get the army tradition. We don't get the prestige from that, interestingly. I thought you got prestige still, but maybe not from rebels. Oh, nice. That's a good trait. Very good trait. So improve relations makes it more effective for you to, like it does what you think it would do. It makes it more effective for you to improve relations when you like send your diplomats off to do that. But what's more important, you can see the modifier there, plus 20% silver tongue. But what's more important is that your coalition ticks down based on your improved relations. So these guys really hate me. They're going to want to coalition me like kind of forever, but like Fazan doesn't want to coalition me anymore. They're only at plus or 28. If it goes to 50, that's when they're interested in forming a coalition. So Morocco is totally occupied, has no troops. I really want to wrap up this war. Can I take some good stuff from you? So I want to finish my state. I want this fort in Tangier so I don't have to deal with it anymore. I'll probably just delete the fort, but still. It's in the Sevilla trade node. It's in a state I already control. It's Moroccan culture, which is a culture that I have accepted. I want to take this state. It'll be cheaper for me to... Well, okay, let me explain. So if I was to make it a territorial core, it would cost half as much to core these lands as it does to make it a full core. But if you compare the cost of making it a full core straight out, like this is already my state, when I take it, I'll have to pay the full core price. But that full core price will be cheaper than if I took some random other state where I would pay first the territorial core price and then the full state price. It's also good land. Like pretty high development. Can't deal with the religion though, so I maybe should just stop there. I should just take this province, finish that state, and then finish this state. Ooh, no, I can't stop there. I need the gold. I need the gold. Yes, definitely. Gold is just a very good trade good. It just is like printing money. Yeah, don't know why Morocco's not making more here. A little autonomous. Interesting, yeah. I think this would be higher. I could get this higher. What I'll do probably is dev push this to like 9. Yeah, I have no idea why he's not making more money there. Anyway, I can do better than that. Basically, that's what I'm saying, is that I'm better than the AI. I have a claim on Garb. Maybe I should take that, but that's in another state. This is... Yikes, yeah. 63% overextension. Almost 500 admin to core. That's definitely too much. I don't have that much, and I need to be getting my expansion ideas. I mean, I have the most important one. I want this one and this one mostly. The rest are just kind of fluff. This one's good too. Yeah, that one's good too. But really, I'm doing it for the colonists, so I'm not in a huge rush. Might as well get this. Settler chance +6. That's nice. And when I finish this idea group, I'll get a little bonus. Okay. So I can take this piece. I don't have to go mess with Fazan. I think that's too much. I'm going to clear this offer. I'm going to take Tangiers. Why can't I make that a core, but I can make this a core? I don't understand that. I thought I could core adjacent to my vassal. Whatever, just EU4 things. That's Berber. I might as well feed my... Oh, so this is a thing that you can do. You can see this is occupied by me, Portugal. I can click this button and I can transfer it to a war ally. You gotta be careful when you do this, because if you transfer it to someone who's not your vassal, they will not transfer it back. Like, it's up to them whether or not they transfer it back. You can't control that yourself. Because Seuss is my vassal, I can toggle it back to my control. Pro tip, if you have forts, you will pay for them. So I'm going to make Seuss pay for this fort. You can see I'm losing a bit of money. But if I transfer that to Seuss, I'm not sure when it's going to update, but I'll give them both forts. So now I'm forcing my vassal to pay for those forts. I think I'm just saving like 2 ducats, like a substantial amount. But anyway, actually I'm going to take this back. That was just for demonstration. I actually want to take this province, I think, in the peace. Give that to my vassal. Let's see it go. Haha goes to Seuss. And then, I don't know. Could give Seuss the fort. But that's in the state that I want. I need to keep it like reasonable on the admin. And part of the deal is that because I'm having to pay the full core price for all of these because I've already stated it, it's going to be mad expensive. I don't have war exhaustion, so I can't pay down my war exhaustion to reduce the coring cost. Oh, I need to take their money. Ooh, okay, maybe I should... man. How much money does Fazan have? Not much. 45 is not worth staying in the war and sieging them down for, but I will want to take Morocco's money. Yeah, that's a lot. That way I can pay back my loans, pretty much. Oh, man. I want to humiliate. Okay, this is the smart play. I should chill on the land. I should get my humiliation, get my power projection up. Not something I've been paying too much attention to. Get all their money, get some war reps, also good prestige. So great. I want all this stuff. This already gets me to 75% war score, and I haven't touched a province. So let's give Haha away to my vassal. Don't have to pay for that, and let's take Tangiers. That is looking pretty good to me. Now I only have to pay 63 admin, which is still quite a lot. Unfortunately, I didn't claim this province, or my claim expired. So I have to pay 10 dip. You have to pay dip for provinces that you don't like have a good reason for taking. So some Casus Bellis won't make you pay dip for anything, but if you use the Conquest CB and then ask for a province which you don't have a claim on, you'll have to pay some diplomatic monarch power for it. What else can I get from you? I don't really care if you have this core. It doesn't. Sometimes it gives you prestige, but it doesn't here, so I don't care. Oh, this is worth it. So yeah, I think this is going to be it. I'm only going to take one province in this war, but that's not really the point. I'm getting a bunch of other nice bonuses. I'm feeding my vassal, which is very nice. If you have vassals and then feed them, it basically allows you to pay diplomatic power instead of administrative power to conquer land. So there's a little button here in the diplomatic view. You can annex a vassal. I cannot do it yet because I have to wait 10 years. But if their opinion of me is above 190 and I've had them for 10 years as a vassal, I can annex them. And then it'll send a diplomat there. The diplomat will spend a while annexing them. It will cost me diplomatic power every month. And then at the end of the process, they'll just become my land. So anyway, I don't want to take a ton of land, as I've said. Maybe I want to take this province, though. I don't know. Nah, this one's in my Sevilla trade node. So this will be the peace deal. A lot of money. They're going to pay me 10% of their income each month, which, by the way, it's 10% of their income, like the left side of the screen, not their balance. So, you know, if I was paying away, I'd be giving two ducats a month. They might be giving me on the order of that, 2 ducats a month. It's a pretty good deal. And that'll be that. Very nice. So I have a fort. I'm gonna immediately delete it because there's only 3 provinces in the zone of control, and they are all in the zone of control of Fez. So totally redundant. Gonna core that land. And very nice. So slowly growing, slowly conquesting. I'm not interested in going crazy with the conquests quite yet. If I get myself into a good position, that might be a good idea, but because I can't really convert the land and I can't really deal with too many other cultures, I should probably just expand relatively slowly. You can see though, it's Moroccan land is my culture group, which is very nice. So that's gonna make it easier and cheaper to convert. Still, yeah, I don't know, I can convert like Cuta. Yeah, what the hell, I'll convert Cuta. 77, so it's like, it's like 50 ducats over the course of like a long time. So I would definitely like that to be cheaper, but that's how it is right now. So another option that you have for cultures is if you can't accept a culture, you can actually change the culture in a province. You can only change the culture in a province that already has your religion. So I would like to get rid of the Berber here. I could click this button, but it has separatism, and if there was no separatism, it would still not allow me because it's Sunni. But over here, yeah, it doesn't look like there's... Oh, look, I could convert this province. So it costs dip. It costs quite a bit of dip. This is only 3 development, and it's 22 dip to convert it. But because this is already in my culture group, I don't think it's worth it at all. Actually, I'm very certain it's not worth it. Cultural conversion is rarely worth it unless, I don't know, it's really good land or you have a particular reason for needing it to be your culture, or if you have a bunch of ideas which make it less expensive to culture convert. So now I have money. I'm going to pay my loans off. Very nice. Debt-free. 4.05 surplus. 2 colonies. Very nice. So Portugal's looking strong right now. We also get a bunch of power projections, so we're going to be getting bonus monarch power. I mean, considering that our ruler is not very good, 242, we have pretty good income. Like, you know, 10 is a very good power income, so having 9 and 8 is respectable. Definitely, I would do this. Settler increase is great. I don't even think that the unrest will affect the province until the colonization is complete, which will be a long time, so good deal. Oh my god, my spread is pitiful. I need to do better than this. Can I do the estate thing again? I can. Okay, I'm gonna do the estate. No, I'm just confused. Very confused. Ah, it's because I never, yeah, never mind. It's because I never demanded the military power. I could get 150 mil power right now. I'm not. I want them to all be on the same cycle. So I want to go to the estate screen like once every 20 years and not have to think about it the rest of the time. Unless I need something from them. Actually, this is the missionary strength advisor. I have a pretty healthy surplus, so maybe I could pull this off. Yeah, I could get this guy. It's going to make them more influential. It's going to be a 25% cheaper missionary strength advisor, so he cost me just shy of 4 ducats, whereas the other guys cost me 5. I mean, that's still super expensive, but I'm trying to do some missionizing for sure right now. So yeah, let's go. Plus, getting 10 admin power per month is great. I have the idea group, which I'm trying to pay down. And look at that. This is good. Like, this is where I want to be when I do my conversions. I mean, even better would be like under a year, which is definitely possible. If I really want to go crazy with conversions, there's an idea group. The religious idea group gives me missionaries, missionary strength, and some other good stuff. Missionary maintenance cost reduction, and a beautiful, beautiful CB. So I've been using the Conquest Casus Belli, which is not a good CB. The Deus Volt CB allows me to declare war on anyone that borders me. I don't have to mess around with fabricating claims. It also allows me to take any of their provinces with no dip cost, so I don't have to pay the diplomatic cost for not having claims. Let me turn this fort off. That's my unrest. I'm gonna get new unrest in these new provinces, so Tangiers is pretty unrestful. I could raise the autonomy to get rid of the unrest, but I will not. I would rather have them rise up and then fight them. I'm gonna stop paying for my troops. I have a very healthy balance sheet, considering that I have a level 2 advisor and 2 colonies. So this is good. I feel like things are progressing along. It's almost 1500, so the game's cranking along here, but I am colonizing pretty hard. I'm getting down, like, these are both good colonies, and I'm going to have very, very good colonies down here. I'm going to state that land. It's going to have low autonomy, good trade goods, good development, my culture, my religion. It's going to be great. I've accepted Moroccan culture. I'm now in a position where I can slowly convert these provinces. So that's great. I think my next order of business is So I'm going to colonize the Cape just because I want that land. It's really good. It's going to give me a pretty huge power spike at this stage in the game. And then in the longer term, when my military is stronger, I'll probably go after Congo. Well, I don't know about Congo. They're Catholic. I have a soft spot for Congo, let's put it that way. But I will definitely go after Benin, and I will definitely go after Mali, so that I can take as many of these centers of trade as possible. This is going to be my game plan. My bread and butter is to dominate trade and get rich. I don't have a strong military. I do have excellent trade ideas, however, in my national idea set. I'm actually about to unlock one of those. I have this guy too, extra merchant. Have some traditions, so I have really good trade ideas, so I'm going to lean into that as much as possible. Once I finish expansion ideas, I'll have to think about getting a military idea group just so that I don't drown in military points, but another option for me is to get either trade ideas to really lean into my trade, or I could get administrative ideas. So I'm kind of talking about idea groups that are like the most important or the most worth knowing about. Two idea groups which are really worth knowing about that I haven't talked about are administrative and humanist. Admin ideas are just really great. Admin power for that reason tends to be one of the more valuable power categories. So this idea right here, core creation cost minus 25%, is easily the most important idea on the whole screen. Like there's, you know, so many freaking ideas here, right? There's 7 per group. But having a 25% discount to core creation, unless you virtually do no colonizing, it's going to make a huge difference, save you a ton of admin. So I might get that with my next idea group. I might get another admin, only buy it to adaptability, not even necessarily, well, I could get the cost reduction, so probably should actually fill it out, might as well. This is good, this is good. The things in the middle I really don't care at all about. I don't have mercs, I don't have loans. Whatever, might be useful later. Mercs are nice, states are nice, but I'm not near my state limit. So that's that. If I do that route, if I go get administrative ideas next, I will definitely want a military idea group after that. Probably get defensive or offensive. Defensive is a very good idea group. 15% morale of armies is a huge buff. You'll see other morale buffs, but they tend to be like 5 or 10%. So 15 is, not only is it a good modifier, morale of armies, it is a strong, like a high value for a good modifier. Offensive is good too. It doesn't seem like it would be, but discipline makes your troops fight better. That'll be useful in the late game. Siege ability is huge. It also makes your leaders better. So offensive, if you just scroll through, doesn't seem that great, but actually is pretty great. And then the other idea that I would want is quantity. That just gives you bigger armies. It doesn't make your troops fight any better, but it's kind of a fun way to play, especially because Portugal doesn't have a huge manpower pool or a huge force limit. We're not populous, so having bigger armies would definitely benefit us. But anyway, I'm getting a bit too deep into that. Really, offensive, defensive, quality, and quantity are all very good idea groups. Aristocratic's okay. It just doesn't give you military bonuses. It gives you a bunch of unrelated shit, so still a good group. And then naval is just, yeah. I mean, if you want a strong navy, obviously, very good choice, but navy is not going to be a bottleneck for me conquering other nations. If I want a stronger navy, I will build more heavy ships. It's really that simple for me as a single-player campaign. If I was in multiplayer, I could specialize in my navy and become very strong that way, but I'm not going to go down that road. So anyway, I think I'm going to cut off the recording session here. It's been about 3 hours. So I really appreciate if you're viewing this, if you could leave me a like and maybe comment, whatever. If you're not into that sort of thing, that's also fine. I'm not really making these videos hoping to like get rich and famous and get a bunch of views on YouTube. It's just to do something fun, enjoy the game more, keep myself sane while the COVID crisis is ongoing. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed this episode of Portugal for Noobs, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you again.